Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I'm driving this. This is the Mini Cooper S, the 3-door model, the original, in a very mini-ish paint job. Now this is the facelifted model. Straight away we are going to be opening the engine bay. Here we go. And that is the engine. It says twin power turbo Mini right there. There's insulation as well. I love the hood of the Mini, the way the cuts are there for the headlights. I know I say it each and every time as well. One second, where is it? Faisal Khan's fingers of truth are already out so fast in the vlog because this is fake. Why Mini? Why do you need to do such fake stuff? Absolutely uncalled for. Now with the facelift, well, you can see there are design changes, like the grille is sort of a mustache which extends all the way down. Trust me, the pre-facelift model looked better to me, and there are functional vents right there. So Faisal Khan's fingers of truth are finally happy. Front parking sensors, S written right there. Okay, the grille looks nice actually. Why is this gapping? Isn't the hood closed? Yeah, it has actually been closed, but still, that's kind of weird. There's a towing hook there, and this is actually functional too. You can see that, so that's also a nice touch on this car. The lights look really beautiful, all LED lights of course, with the DRL ring, sort of roundish. Now it's oval actually, and a chrome surround. Now this also doubles up as the indicator, which you can see on the other side. Love the paint scheme on this car. Now this car is actually Chintu Mintu 3-door, so you can see size is so nimble, which actually aids in better handling ability as well as parking. But this car has got self park as well. The tire size happens to be 205. Yeah, these are 205 45 17s. You can get 18 inches as option. I love the design of the wheels, like black in the center, and this thing is actually very small. The profile is very small. The tires are actually made in Germany, and I thought this is a British car. Again, Faisal Khan's fingers are not happy with this fake stuff happening here. It says S right there. White colored mirror, white colored roof, nice long antenna. You get panoramic roof, and here you get some sensors as well. But you know what? It actually projects Mini from here. Yeah, it projects Mini here on the floor at night. Chrome door handles. I love the stance of the car from the side. It doesn't really look mini in spite of the fact it is a 3-door model, and this chrome finish for the fuel lid cover is also pretty damn awesome. Coming to the rear of the car, again beautiful lights. Attention to detail is massive, says Mini inside, but these are like Union Jack lights, which is the British flag. Cooper S written right there. Mini along with piano black finishing. This is how the indicator actually functions on this car, and there is a rear fog right there. And there you can see the exhaust. No fingers of truth are going to come out for this real exhaust though. Dual exhaust right in the center. Rear parking sensors. There is the reverse parking camera, and you get a nice Chintu Bintu antenna as well. Sort of a roof spoiler. It is actually a roof spoiler with a high mounted stop lamp. Let's open the boot of the vehicle, and there it opens. So boot is very Chintu Mintu as such, and obviously doesn't get a spare wheel, but there's storage space below as well. This is the sanitization kit which BMW always sends with its cars. Has a mask and some sanitizers. Anyways, you can actually recline the seat, which is very easy. You can just pull it, and there it goes down. In order to increase the boot carrying capacity, that's like a 60-40 split. Okay, warning triangle right there. You have to put some effort to shut this, and there it shuts. And let's get to the rear, which means that I have to open the co-passenger seat. Now I'll tell you what, sorry, rather the co-passenger door. I can't open the co-passenger seat. I don't have the tools right now. Okay, request sensor is there on both the sides, and the car is stupidly locked. I don't know for what reason. Yeah, I should unlock the car. Everything else is locked. Why is the co-driver seat locked? I have no clue. Anyways, it says Mini Cooper S here on the door sill, which you can see right here. The problem is now this car has really low storage spaces, so the glove box is Chintu Mintu. And here, in order to get to the rear, very easy. There's a lever. Just pull this one and then push, and there you can easily get inside. The problem is that the rear seat is very small. Yeah, it's very small in the sense that two people, obviously 3 cannot sit here at all, but they're not going to be comfortable at all. Space is not there. Underside support is also poor. Headroom is also not there as such, but there is a ashtray right there. It's for children. I don't think children smoke. And speaker and tweeter treatment along with storage space here. So yeah, that's how it is. And thankfully the rear passengers get ahead. There is a panoramic roof. Rather, there are 2 roofs. This rear one obviously does not open. Then it brings in nice amount of light, and there is a hook there as well. It's got plenty of airbags too. Okay, scooped out seat back, magazine holders. I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit right there because it is just lacking in terms of space in there. I'm going to put the seat back. For a car which costs so much, you know, electric seats is something which is expected there. You can see in the indicator on the side as well. And there's this chrome line which runs throughout, which also looks quite cool on this Mini Cooper S. Anyways, let's get inside. Why am I eating my words today? I think I'm hungry. Seats are really very comfortable. Under thigh support is not an issue because you can increase it like this. Door pockets are chintu mintu. These are the controls for the power windows. Obviously it gets frameless doors. Okay, these are the controls for the outside rear view mirror adjustment, and nice, this is actually nice. This is for locking and unlock the door, and chrome for the door handle. Okay, now you can see it looks even more stunning with the window down thanks to the frameless windows or frameless doors. I don't know what to say about that. And lumbar support adjustment is given right there, and here chintu mintu storage is actually for the wireless charger. My phone will not fit in, so it's kind of on the smaller side, and you can obviously adjust it, and there's a physical handbrake thankfully, so you can drift this front wheel drive car. And there's a proper dead pedal. I like the shape of the pedals as well. And this is the control for the lights. Okay, this is for the rear fog, and this is I think for the headlight leveler. Now it gets automatic headlights and nice air cons. The vent style is also pretty nice, kit for sure. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this internally adjustable rear view mirror, and here you obviously get a very nice light. I love the shape. Again, you get a mirror, same is the case here as well, and dual lights, too much of light. Now there's some tape here, I don't know why, even here, I don't know why. Let's do one thing, let's try and open the sunroof. I don't know if I can open it or I'm allowed to open it because they put some tape here, and that tape is very sticky. So once the roof opens, it brings in a lot of airy feeling inside, and there I will open it further as well. Dashboard design remains more or less the same as before. 8.8 inch screen, beautiful to say the least. Very nice, very slick as well, touch operated. And then you have the iDrive controller with which you can really operate everything very nicely, and obviously it gets navigation, maps, beautiful ones. Look at this, it's so freaking amazing, really nice, I love it. And let's get into the menu. Like, this is similar to what we have seen in other BMW cars for sure. So if I get into my Mini, there I can see all the information which I want. The best thing is that there is ambient lighting. Unfortunately, there's just one color for the ambient lighting, and this is also very cool. So when I turn on the air conditioning, you can see it moves along with the air conditioning, and even when you're parking the car, when there's some obstacle coming, this actually starts glowing red. So they've used this beautifully. It's absolutely fantastic. This is a 5-inch screen right there. It doesn't look like one though. Everything looks digital, sort of tachometer and all the usual bits you get in mini cars. I think I've done a walk around of so many minis now, I don't even need to go in detail. These are the controls for the cruise control. These are the controls for the audio system, voice commands, paddle shifters. These are the controls for the wipers. The wipers work really well. There you see, good amount of spray on off. Oh my god, the water is coming from top. Faisal, what are you doing? Anyways, I'll show you the rear wiper as well, and there you can see good amount of spray there as well. So wipers definitely work well on this car, and they need to because the windscreen angle is only very different on this vehicle. So that's about it. I don't think we need to talk more about it because I love these physical controls. Okay, for a lot of things. These are for the air conditioning. This is obviously for the air conditioning. This is for the volume control. On the top, hazard light button. And this engine start button is so freaking awesome. Traction control, this is for the drive mode selector. And yeah, this stop start system, this is for parking sensors. There's a regular USB, there's a USB-C, and there is a cigarette lighter, and there's some storage space here and quick holders here as well. So overall cabin is well sorted in terms of quality levels. It's absolutely phenomenal. Rather, it's fantastic. Let's do one thing, let's get into reverse. There we get into reverse. It gets parking sensors both at the front as well as the rear. I think the guidelines have been shut at the moment, they are not being seen, so I'm just going to try and figure that out. It has to be there. I mean, how can it not be there? Yeah, there they are, the guidelines, adaptive of course. And you know what, it's got park assist, so basically it will self park as well, so that's also pretty cool. You just need to turn it on and whatever. That's it. Beautiful system. Harman Kardon audio system. Let's do one thing, let's play an audio right away, which means I just to get into media. It says nothing is connected at the moment, but hey, I want radio of course, and there we're going to play an audio. Audio quality is really nice. If you notice one thing, okay, just notice one thing, okay. Volume control, when I increase, how it increases. Beautiful. The attention to detail is absolutely crazy. Let's do one thing, let's start driving right away. By the way, the steering is adjustable both for reach as well as rake of course, and it has to be an automatic wipers as well. A lot of safety systems as such, but you could have done with more equipment for sure, because I think some of them are optional in this car. Oh my god, already paying so much for it. Alright, we are all set to go, which means turning off the air conditioning of this car, getting into drive mode, and then we get into sport mode. We're also going to get into sport mode for the driving modes, and obviously into sport displays as well. Handbrake down, traction control once it says dynamic traction control activated, we keep it pressed for almost 3 to 4 seconds and it completely closes traction control. Close the message right there. Left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator. Revving the motor, hazard light off. Did you just hear the wheel spin on upshift? That is a level of grunt on offer. Now this is a 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine which does duty in a lot of BMW cars and in all the 4 Mini Cooper models which are sold in India. The 5th one obviously does not use this engine because that happens to be the Mini Electric, which is going to be launched soon. Around the corners you can feel why a Mini is a Mini, although it's no longer a Mini, it's grown in size. But this is the essence of a Mini, which is a 3-door classic, and the Cooper S obviously produces 192 horsepower and 320 Newton meters of 320 Newton meters of torque. The result is 0 to 100 kilometers per hour comes up in 6.7 seconds. The JCW produces 231 horsepower and goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 6.1 seconds, but you pay 9.5 lakh rupees more for the JCW. That's considerable. Turbo lag is very well contained. This engine is very punchy. It's like always ready to go ahead. It actually feels overexcited in stop-go traffic, so you have to be a little careful with the throttle. Obviously you have got 3 drive modes, so you can alter that. There is green, which is like the eco mode wherein power is cut. Then there is mid, which is like a good balance between sport and economy, and then there's sport, which I'm driving in right now, which gives you the best performance. Not only that, the steering wheel also gets altered, the gearbox also gets altered, but this does not get adaptive dampers, which seem to be optional on this car. So adaptive dampers obviously improve the ride quality of the vehicle, which are missing in this particular car. That's the reason the ride is very stiff and very busy. Firstly, suspension travel is very chintu mintu. Along with that, the really low profile tires don't help its cause, but get onto the throttle, it really pulls ahead. It really sounds nice as well. I think some artificial sound is coming from here or there, but this 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine is absolutely phenomenal. Gives you a mileage between 8 to 12 kilometers per liter depending on your driving style, and then obviously you have steering mounted paddles to take manual control of things. So there are 3 modes for the gearbox also. You can drive in regular drive mode, you can get it to sport mode, which we launched in, and then there's manual mode, which I'm in right now. So I'm just going to slow down. I'm going to downshift to second, and it will not upshift. It will hold the gear around 6,500 RPM. That's again good. But you know what? There are like 3 gearboxes also. I think standard is an 8-speed torque converter. Then as an option you can get a 7-speed dual clutch, and then there's another which is 7-speed dual clutch sport one. Like really? And since all the power is going to the front wheels, there's a lot of wheel spin when you launch it aggressively as well. I can feel the stiffness, I can feel the continuous movement of this car because the chassis is really very stiff. But the handling is absolutely phenomenal. The mini formula of wheels on each extreme corners and a steering wheel which is absolutely fantastic, results in stupendous performance for sure. No denying that fact. And braking performance is also super duper awesome. It really stops dead in its track, like really sure-footed braking. And we're going to turn on the hazard lights because we're going to stop here. You can see it is super duper awesome in terms of brakes, but yeah, it kind of sounds very noisy. And we're going to launch. It does make a lot of wheel spin sound, but the road is so smooth right now, it's not doing it surprisingly. The steering wheel is really very nice. The car is actually very eager, it's very sharp, and it is always very aggressive to turn into a corner. However, the steering wheel now sort of feels vague in the center position, and because of that vagueness now, you have to continuously make counter corrections when you're coming across a corner. Now, why has that happened? I don't know. It is good in terms of feel for sure, but it lacks in terms of feedback, and obviously in sport mode there's more heft on the steering wheel, which definitely helps, but then it kind of feels artificial in that regard. Body roll, none of it here. It absolutely has amazing body control, and pinpoint accuracy is what this car is all about. It always feels eager, it always feels aggressive, it feels hyperactive. It just wants to go into a corner very fluidly. There's so much grip on offer, but these tires do give up because the chassis is just so much more capable than the tires on offer, and low profile tires don't really bode well. And Mini actually gives you an option of opting for 18-inch wheels. No, do not opt for that, because the 17 inches already have very low profile tires. With the 18 inches, the tire profile would be even smaller. Overtake, no problem. There you see. Sounds nice, but I think a lot of it is also artificial sound. The price of this car is 48 lakhs on road Mumbai, and you pay 50,000 more, you get a 5-door model, which is not the Mini Cooper 5-door, it is the Mini Countryman, and around 55 lakhs for the Mini Cooper S convertible. So Countryman is above this one, and the convertible is above the Countryman, and then above that obviously the top spec happens to be the JCW, but the Mini Electric, which is going to be coming soon, is going to become the top spec, which is going to cost more than 60 lakh rupees. So around 58 lakh rupees for the JCW model. Quite a lot of premium, which Mini is charging for slight updates in terms of performance and all that stuff, but then hey, bragging rights as well. So yeah, that is the Mini lineup. So there is no 5-door Mini Cooper available anymore. Everything happens to be the 3-door other than the Countryman, and everything uses the same 2-liter. Every Mini vehicle uses a 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine, twin-scroll turbocharging, fantastic low-end performance, fantabulous mid-range, and an absolute screamer in the top end. So you can obviously use the steering mounted paddles, and then you can obviously use the gear lever as well. there are 3 modes for the gearbox too. So there is the regular drive mode, there is a sport mode, and then there is manual mode as well. And manual mode lets you take control of things completely. So here right now in manual mode, it will not upshift. No, it will not upshift unless and until I decide to do so, giving me complete manual control of things, which is again fantastic. Now this gearbox is a dual clutch unit. There are multiple gearbox options. I think standard is an 8-speed torque converter unit. I'm not too sure because there's a lot of confusion. This one of course is a 7-speed dual clutch unit, and there's an option of a 7-speed dual clutch sport transmission. What is that? Kind of feels unnecessary. Top speed is around 230 kilometers per hour. High speed stability is absolutely fantastic, but the problem is you come across a rough road and it kind of throws you up and down because of the stiffness of the chassis, the low suspension travel, and the low profile tires as well. The tire profile is like really chintu mintu. Imagine what would be with 18-inch wheels, of course. Oh my god, this is a very enjoyable car on a good road. On a bad road, now you know that okay, you're making continuous changes to everything. Steering wheel counter correction always needed when you're coming across a corner because they kind of messed how it feels in the center position as such. And since power is channeled to the front wheels, you would expect understeer. No understeer in this car because the balance of the chassis is so fantastic. There is just balance, and a very neutral ability of this car to go through a corner. Through the corner, it is just so much fun. It is in another league altogether. Nothing even comes close. I think the most fun front wheel drive car is the Mini Cooper 3-door, and being a 3-door obviously is lighter in terms of weight. I think it weighs around 1247 kgs, results in absolutely phenomenal balance. And even with traction control off, you don't have to worry because it's not going to oversteer. It has this balance, and if you want to get into oversteer also, little bit of skill set required. It will put out its tail, but the limit is so far ahead now. You really have to be super skilled and super aggressive while turning or getting into a corner to actually step out the rear. Mostly it doesn't happen. Understeer though doesn't happen at all, only in spite of the fact there's so much power and torque going to the front wheels, along with the fact that you're also steering this car. Wow, what a machine. Absolutely love the Mini Cooper, and personally I love the JCW, but I'm ready to save that 9.5 lakh rupees and opt for the regular Cooper S. And yeah, prices have increased dramatically and a lot of stuff is actually optional on this car, so it kind of makes it super duper expensive as well. You can brake as late as you want, and then you can just push it so hard. There is just stupendous body control, so good balance, and the car doesn't flinch one bit. The ability to push this car is all dependent on how much guts you have, because the car never ever gives up. And off we go. Just see the ability through a corner, and of course it did a wheel spin as well because there's so much thrust on the front wheels. Okay, they also have 4-wheel drive models, not in India though. India doesn't really need it because, I mean, we don't have snow happening here, and then obviously prices will increase with the all 4. What a car. You can see the amount of sweat because it's so hot, the car, as well as the temperature. But what a phenomenal machine this Mini Cooper is. Still the benchmark in terms of handling feel, the go-kart feel, driving ability, driving fun. It is just so engaging. It involves you, it eggs you to push it harder and faster, and it's so fluid. Through a corner, you don't even have to attempt. It's just like the car is self-driving. That is how fluid it is, because it just darts into a corner, maintains its composure, and then powers out like nobody's business. Wow, what a machine. Gearbox is also very fast shifting. Yeah? It doesn't hesitate. It's not like I'll take my time. No. It will just immediately respond, and also it will put you in the right gear almost all the time. It doesn't fumble in terms of the gas. And then fuel efficiency is somewhere between 6 to 8 kilometers per liter in normal driving conditions, and then obviously on the highway it can extend by around 4 to 5 kilometers per liter. You can get up to 15 kilometers per liter when you drive it sanely, but you're not buying this car to drive it sanely. Yeah, the green mode actually tells you how much efficiency is improved, and that is a good 10 to 15 kilometers on maybe a half tank of fuel itself. That is the difference that it makes. Do you like the sound? I really like the sound. I think it could be louder though. And the JCW is really loud. It has these cracks and pops and all this. This also has, but not to that great an extent. And then you can just dart in. Fluidity, absolutely stunning and so easy to drive this car. So guys, this is my vlog of the Mini Cooper S. Okay, I love it. What do you think about it? If you like it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.